Oh man, happy Tuesday. How you doing there, Mike?
Doing all right, doing all right. Had class all day, then did a little side job. Everything worked out good.
Oh, you got a little side job action in, huh?
A little side jobbing, yeah, not bad.
You able to make your own side dough on the side jobbing?
Made a little dough,
All
Not bad.
right, nice, man. That's it's called hustling for all the young folks out there. Take a lesson. All right.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Put that cash aside, save it for a rainy day.
That's right. I just got an email from my employer stating that I now must sacrifice 5% of every paycheck because Colorado mandated everybody gets a Roth IRA.
They're mandating it, huh?
It is mandated to have a Roth IRA through your employer now.
That's can't force people.
Yeah, that's basically you're stealing my money to give it away and I'll never get it back. That's the point. I'm never going to retire. I'm not going to get to a point. I'm not going to make it to 59 and a half years old to cash this puppy out tax-free. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Look, every year our life expectancy in America is dropping by 2 years.
Yeah, but if you do live long enough, it's gonna really help you out.
Well, then it's a jackpot. Yeah. I'm all about, setting and forgetting. So I'm into it.
I don't know how I feel about that law.
Not a fan. In fact, here's my deal with Colorado lately. Too many fucking laws. We're constantly voting in more taxes, more laws, more restrictions every year. It's getting ridiculous at this point. I mean, there's another, I'm sacrificing 40 or 0.4% of my paycheck to all the moms out there who want to take an extended maternal leave now. So,
what about the dads?
now screw the dads. We got to work, man. That's how.
Unless you're Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah, if you're Pete Buttigieg and you identify as the female in the relationship, then you get to take some time off, do a little breastfeeding.
You have to identify.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or is that movement coming to a screeching halt?
Wowza. I'm going to say it's dead in the water right now. It's over.
I think this woman that killed those children just put an end to this movement.
I think you're right.
Because it proved the absurdity.
Absurdity of the language or how we're treating
Everything.
these people?
Everything. Everything. I think it exposed everything.
They are kind of burying that now, I've noticed, because people on the right keep screaming, you're all are forgetting about the kids here. Right? It seems like everybody forgot 3 kids died in this situation.
3 kids died. You guys are you're going to Alex Jones this thing where we don't even know who killed anybody at Sandy Hook. But we all know Alex Jones talked about the kids,
Yeah, man. I was reading. Oh, yeah. Was that you or me? Wow.
Oh, that was me. I don't know what that was. Sorry.
That was pretty cool sounding. I was reading up on, and I can't remember exactly what the article was about now, but it was in the Associated Press, and they were mentioning the LGBT sandwich community over and over again in the article, but I noticed something. They shaved a couple letters, my man.
No.
They're back.
QIA?
Dude, IA is gone. And they are now...
IA is gone?
According to
Where'd they go?
No, actually, I'm going to correct myself. This was NPR I was reading it in. And it was... They're gone, man. All of a sudden now, this article was focused on the rights of LGBT plus people. So they're keeping the T. They still got the T in there.
Oh, but that T is hanging on.
And the Q was there too, but they dropped the IA or the AI. I can't remember the exact, position.
But you got to think you're all hanging off this safety rope off a mountain, and they just can't handle all the weight. They just cut the I and the A.
Yes. That's right,
man.
That
T is next, dude.
You're next, T. You know it, dude. I mean, that guy
and B, you're just gonna be rolled into G because let's face it, if you're sucking dick, if you suck D, you're a G. I don't care what you say.
I found it very, very interesting that here we are a few days removed from the shooting, or a week. What was it, last week? Time seems to have moved very slowly this past weekend. But very quickly, the 2 letters are shaved off. I'm willing to bet we're about a month away from shaving off the T, and then it'll be just the LGB with the plus sign, which would make the most sense ultimately. Instead of continuing to add letter after letter till you have consumed the entire alphabet, just throw in a plus sign. We know you're all included.
What happened to etc.?
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
LGETC. Could we do an LGETC?
Yeah, I'm down with the ETC.
Right?
LG.
It's all encompassing.
Yeah, good. You cut the B as well. We're trimming some fat here, people.
Oh, B, you're part of the ETC. Yeah, it's LGETC.
Oh, man. So we are rambling here, folks. It's a tough day to put on a podcast. Slow news days like today, I just couldn't really think about what to throw onto the docket, really.
Frank, this is going to go down in history as dumb OJ. This was literally the Bronco chase. If the Bronco chase would have just went to McDonald's, went to the police station, signed a couple papers, went back in the Bronco, and then drove home.
Did you see some of the coverage today, man?
Dude, if you go the TV guide for CNN, it's just Trump impeachment.
Dude, you were psycho. I was just about to bring that up, man. Yes.
What do you guys mean, dude? Or Trump indictment. That's all it is.
They've pre-programmed their day they've eliminated all the late night shows, and they're just going straight through with Trump indictment.
No, it literally just says the indictment of Donald Trump.
Yes.
For arrows on both sides, as long as it can go.
I tuned in real quick for MSNBC, too, to just check out what they were planning, and Ari Melber announced and put the promo ad up for tonight. They have a 2-hour special, The Indictment of Donald Trump, and they're going to have the whole panel. Joy Reid's going to be there, the other lesbian chick who's no longer there anymore, she's going to be on there. I can't think of her name anymore.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about, the short white chick.
Maddow.
Yeah.
She's making an
dude,
appearance.
This is literally the OJ thing. Dude, it's right now they're doing a live showing of his convoy going back to Mar-a-Lago.
I know, dude.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
I sent you a screenshot. It didn't come out as well as I'd hoped, but it was from CNN.com today, roughly about 9 a.m. They had they had a graphic detailing Donald Trump's movements throughout the day, leaving Mar-a-Lago, getting on the plane, going to the courthouse, leaving the courthouse, fingerprinting. They had all the stations, and they were just, and then I shit you not, as the day went on and I would check back in, they would highlight the box when he was in that spot, fingerprinting. Oh, now he's moving to the movement to the courtroom. It was so unreal, dude. They were tracking his footsteps.
Like when you order Uber Eats, he's at the counter picking up your food.
Oh, we just got a notification.
No, don't take Higgins! Don't take Higgins! Lawrence is faster!
Dude, I'm not kidding, man. Tell me your state media without telling me your state media, man.
I know. What? Well. How unsatisfying is it to know that he flew to New York on a private jet, on his private jet? Dude, listen, he flew to New York on his jet, stayed at his hotel, then casually strolled into the police station when he was ready, signed some papers, took a photo, went back to his hotel, then went back on his private jet where he flew back to Florida, all in a day. This is what you wanted, Rob Reiner? Are you satisfied?
Are you satisfied?
Right?
Well, really, Mike, you're nailing it. That's all I could think about today as I, perused all the news sites. They were just orgiastic in their obsession of all the events unfolding, and I took a wide view of it, and I thought, this is fucking boring. Who fucking cares?
You guys, you overdid it,
That's what I think. They overhyped it. They wouldn't stop talking about it. Kind of a nothing burger.
It's a very big nothing burger. It's a very big nothing burger.
Did you check out the 34 counts that he was indicted on?
No. I can't even imagine.
Allegedly, I didn't take a deep dive into it myself, but I kind of glanced and took the word of some people who online were describing it. It's essentially the same count, copy and pasted 34 times, just with different dates. So he broke the same law 34 times over the course of like 2 years.
Okay.
Right? So it was the same finance, like, illegal financing.
So it's not a witch hunt.
That's right, dude. Just, do you remember about a week ago, everyone was saying, oh, well, wait till we see the 34, or whatever they're indicting him with. There's a lot of extra juicy stuff, a lot of meat on this bone, people.
Can I say something? I don't think anybody has said it yet. I gotta say this about the man Donald Trump.
I'm excited.
Like, Donald Trump, you went out there and you just openly discussed how sleazy you are. You are, right?
That's
you
right.
were open about, like, fucking women and, you know what I mean, and this and that, and the divorces. And you're open about it. So everybody assumed, man, what he's hiding has got to be unbelievable.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It turns out you were just an open book. I think the biggest problem they're having with him is it doesn't get any worse than what you see on the surface.
Great call.
Right?
Yes. He's Space Force all the time.
He's all the time. He's just letting it fly. Yeah, I fucked her. Actually, you know what I found out? He actually never admitted to even fucking Stormy Daniels. That's one of the things they still have to prove.
Oh, wow. That's a weird one.
They still have to prove he fucked her in 2006.
She's the one, though, that provided the hilarious anecdote of slapping him on the ass with a rolled-up magazine with his face on the cover.
Oh, he definitely fucked her. Yeah, no, he definitely.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on.
And
you don't pay a girl $130,000 if you don't fuck her.
And dude, also, we all saw Stormy Daniels and Jimmy Kimmel identifying which tiny carrot was more resembling of his penis size.
The mushroom.
That's right, dude.
The little mushrooms. Is it the small, weird-shaped one? Oh my god, she picked the small, weird-shaped one. I didn't know that was coming. Jimmy, oh my god. Jimmy, you got me again.
Pure genius, that Jimmy Kimmel.
It was, that's my biggest problem with late night. Is like, I don't even care that you're making fun of the people on the right. Dude, we make fun of people on the right more than the people on the left. They're guys we agree with.
Absolutely.
The problem is, I can predict your jokes 15 minutes before they happen.
I know.
Like, you're leading into a story, I already know what jokes you're going to say at the end. I already know what's coming.
Of course, man. So, the news coverage of this, it's a pure circus. All I saw kind of cruising through today was constant attempts to frame the outside of the courthouse as being two sides sparring against each other, and then it kind of turned out that there were more anti-Trump people than Trump people there, from what I'm hearing, and they didn't get the violence, that Jan 6th violence that they were hoping for out of the Trump supporters.
Well, yeah, it turns out if the FBI doesn't lead an insurrection, you don't get an insurrection, Frank.
Is that the secret ingredient?
Yeah, you're missing that one major component there. The FBI. You need a ratio of, I believe it's 13/16.
That's right.
So for every 16 people, 13 need to be FBI agents.
Yes. It is the paprika of this recipe, if you will. It gives it that spice, You need that FBI edition to really make things work. You're right, man. So, but what I'm trying to kind of go down on is I don't think anybody actually cared about this.
It's the dumbest thing you could have possibly tried to arrest him for.
I work in a very liberal place with very liberal people. No one mentioned this.
Yeah, nobody's excited about it.
You know what? Here in Denver, the temperature dropped 35 degrees overnight, and we have snow. That's what everyone's talking about. There were accidents everywhere. It was insane.
Yeah.
Nobody... And we're talking about it because nobody can afford to fix their cars after the accidents because everyone's fucking broke. And that's all we care about right now. Nobody can afford anything. The economy is shit. And then the media is having an orgy over Donald Trump going in and putting some fingerprints on a piece of paper.
Yeah, this is what you guys are worried about. This is what we're worried about.
Thanks for not focusing on anything else that matters in our society. We really appreciate it, you fucking losers. This is why no one's watching CNN or MSNBC. That's why only us jackasses cruise through it for 5 seconds so we can make fun of it on our fucking podcast. That's the only audience these news stations are getting now. I really believe this is going to be a massive viewership dud for these channels. Sure, like, look what they did, dude. They pre-programmed a show for this, man.
Yeah.
With a title and info and the people who are involved, like that's a process in of itself.
No, and literally it means all you're gonna talk. You've already established today. All you're talking about is Donald Trump.
Yes, all day.
Well, that is, dude. Have you seen CNN? They can't get a bigger table.
I know.
Guys, every time I turn around, there's like 9 people on the screen.
So, folks. If you want to hear, the ad nauseum, opinions on what happened here, you could peruse all the news stations. I have no clips on it for today. As far as, the rundown, I don't have any of the serious, brooding, whatever. By the way, did you see Trump leaving the courthouse? He gave this.
I actually worked, so I didn't see any of it.
It was the picture on all the websites they showed, and he is staring down the camera. I gotta say, kind of a badass look. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, you guys just elevated him.
They did.
Made him,
no, they if anything, they just. You know what? I was not into him going into 2024. I was really hoping for a clean slate. Give me a DeSantis versus Gavin Newsom, right? I'll
take that all day.
All day, any day. And I think most of the country agrees. But now, fuck it. I'm voting for the guy because this is obviously a fucking witch hunt. It's clearly one team versus the other. Yeah, he's going to lose for sure. So,
I got to tell you, though, man, all you fucking people on the left, like our parents, the fucking news, all you people, you're really starting to sound like that guy who can't stop talking about how much he hates his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, buddy, we know you loved her. Like, it's hard to get over. It's hard to get over a true love. We all been there.
Oh my God, you just nailed that. Yes, that's absolutely it. They're obsessed with their ex.
Oh my God, he tried to move on with his life? Well, fine. I don't even care. Well, I wouldn't care, but he did. He did do this, so I guess I got to arrest him. Like, just leave him alone. He's literally.
This is a pretty outrageous scene and scenario. Unprecedented is the word everyone seems to be using. I have been erring on the word disgusting. I find this to be a revolting, gross spectacle. Worthy of vomit, honestly.
Hold on. Dude, Sean just reminded me. I was thinking of it earlier. Like, it's one of the first thoughts I had with this whole thing. You guys really... Like, this is 100% a show, because you guys are acting like you're not the people that killed Kennedy. You know what I mean? Like,
which we've all accepted at this point. It's pretty much universal knowledge.
Yeah, we know you did it. If you really wanted this guy gone, you would get rid of him. Wow, like, you guys are really acting like you don't have that power, and you haven't done it before.
Yes, dude, Sean, great call. And Mike, that is an excellent continuation of that idea. Basically, if they wanted Trump out of the picture, he would have been dead already. So this whole thing is for ratings and because they think they can beat him.
Donald who? Donald Duck? Oh, Trump? Never heard of him. No, he just disappeared.
Well, the best part of all of this, which is something you won't see on all these news stations, is Peter Doocey asking Karine Jean-Pierre, oui, oui, about what this situation, what kind of implications, arresting a former president may have for, let's say, future former presidents.
Karine Jean-Pierre, I gotta say, your lesbianism checks out. You passed the test. You haven't hit on Doocey once. No chemistry. No chemistry at all.
She kind of gave him a little bit of a smile during this exchange, actually.
Oh.
I don't know if anyone heard about this, but there were some rumors over the weekend that claimed allegedly Karine Jean-Pierre, oui, oui, was in a bit of a fender bender, and she was drunk.
Well, she likes to party.
Little DUI action, and she was let go scot-free. So I think we can maybe put aside the white supremacy talk now. I feel like maybe when it comes to getting away with laws, it doesn't matter if you're white or black. It just matters if you're part of the Biden administration. Then you can get away with any crime. Yeah. If you vote for Biden and you work for Biden, you get away with all crimes. That's how it works, see?
Yeah.
Everybody else? What, would you pay a porn star 15 years ago? All right, come here, buddy. We're booking you.
That's insane, dude. That's insane.
So retarded. So, out of all of this, the best clip I have to say is Peter Doocey here asking KJP what does this mean for Biden or future presidents down the road?
President Biden is a lawyer. Is he
and the President of the United States and the Commander-in-Chief, but go ahead.
He is, but as a lawyer, is he concerned at all that a local DA indicting a former president could, down the line, open up the possibility, set the precedent, that local DAs that don't like former President Biden could indict him?
I'm not going to comment from here.
Why don't you have more to say about the Trump indictment?
It is an ongoing case, and I've been very clear about that. We've been prudent about that, not commenting on ongoing cases, and we're going to stick to that.
But for
Peter?
better or worse, all that anybody in the country is talking about at this exact moment while we're in here is Trump. And they look here to find out what the White House thinks about it. And
Well, I think the American people should feel reassured that when there is an ongoing case like this one, that we're just not commenting.
And so, does the lack of comment mean that you do not think anything happening in New York today is one of the top issues facing the country at the moment?
That's your assessment. That's not my assessment. I'm just laying out the facts that we are just not going to comment on an ongoing case from here. And we've been very consistent. We've been very prudent, and we're going to stick there.
Oh, KJP.
Wow,
She's been practicing. So I like what he's saying here. This is the one topic pretty much not brought up with everyone, which is what's to stop a DA from Wyoming now to go after Biden?
Oh, they're all going to go after. That's the fucking problem.
Like,
that's why this is
I hope
a
Hunter
disaster.
Biden. I hope Hunter Biden enjoys the next 2 years. They're going to be his last.
Yeah.
Like,
he's on Fiji with Fauci. They're hiding.
Hiding Biden. So what are we thinking here? Trump now, definitely 2024. Much.
Well, you know what I heard,
to our
dude? They're going after him. They're still going to go after him for the documents too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which explains why they so feverishly went after busting other politicians with documents so they could make his seem more egregious.
I guess, but it's like, dude, what are you guys doing? They're gonna go after all your people. They're gonna start going. He didn't go after Clinton. You gotta give him that.
Yes, there was no lock her up.
He dropped it. He let her disappear into the woods with her dog and her grandkids until she popped up with that stupid podcast.
That's right. Oh yeah, what happened? What happened?
Heroes. Or no, what was it?
I can't remember.
Bravery. It was some. What the fuck was that?
What
Do you remember?
was it? Dude, that's so funny. We ripped on it for like 2 episodes, and then it like disappeared off the face of the earth.
It was like a stupid like name. It was like Confidence.
Yeah, it was something.
Right?
Oh man,
where we interview confident women.
It's doing reruns on the same channel with Renegades with Barack Obama and Bruce Springsteen. Renegades.
Oh, so it's right after Jon Stewart's show on whatever TV you find that on. I don't know.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I can't find Jon Stewart's show. I haven't watched any of it, which is kind of crazy. And
you
know what's
yeah.
Actually, you know what's funny about you saying that? I think Hillary Clinton's little documentary podcast thing was also on Apple Plus, just like the problem with Jon Stewart. I think everything that goes on Apple Plus, it just disappears. Nobody hears about it ever again.
Apple Plus, I think I found why nobody's subscribing. Maybe next time, take Hillary, give her some fungus that could spread around the world. I don't know. Try coming up with something.
Oh, man.
Actually, if you did a document, Apple TV, if you have the exclusive rights to the Clintons, do a documentary on the people they murdered.
Oh,
that
yes.
would be interesting.
You could call it Suicided.
Meet my mechanic, Bill.
So I think all of this is just a big, old, fat, stinking distraction, and it probably has something to do with the fact that the economy is in the tank.
JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon is warning the banking crisis will be felt for years to come. In an annual letter to shareholders, Dimon writes that these failures were not good for banks of any size and that most of the risks were hiding in plain sight. ABC's business reporter Alexis Christophers has more on that and your other business headlines. Hi, Alexis.
Hey, Diane. Wall Street always takes special note of this letter from Jamie Dimon. He says the banking crisis isn't over following last month's collapse of Silicon Valley and Signature banks. In his annual letter to shareholders, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase wrote, the current crisis is not yet over, and even when it is behind us, there will be repercussions from it for years to come. Dimon downplayed similarities to the 2008 financial crisis, saying this current banking crisis involves far fewer financial players and fewer issues that need to be resolved. Virgin Orbit, that's the rocket company founded by British billionaire Richard Branson, has filed for bankruptcy. The announcement comes just days after the satellite launcher said it would lay off about 85% of its workforce. This Chapter 11 filing means that Virgin Orbit can continue doing business while it restructures its debt and searches for a buyer. And after a rough couple of years, some major automakers are starting to see a rebound in sales.
Here comes the payoff,
Supply
guys.
chains are bouncing back after the pandemic, which means there are more cars and trucks at dealerships. GM, Honda, Hyundai, and Nissan among those posting strong sales to start the year. The exception, though, was Toyota, which continues to deal with parts shortages. And Diane, another big challenge for the auto industry, the average price for a new car right now is $50,000. That, together with higher interest rates.
Whoa!
$50,000!
Oh!
Oh my god, dude! Mike, we were talking about this.
Oh!
We were off. We were way off, dude. Holy crap! 50 G's the average. Average.
Karen, how could that possibly be? Well, Susie, it's a funny story. When you fill every car with lithium that is impossible to mine, so we have to use slavery in China, it raises the price of every car.
Oh, man, I was informed by a gentleman I know who works in the auto industry that he was told by insiders Audi is going to go fully electric in 2030.
Wow. Dude, you want to hear the most disgusting thing I heard?
Yes.
Do you know why they're all going electric?
Because I imagine there's no longevity with the vehicles, so you have to keep buying new ones.
Elon Musk, you know what Elon Musk showed them?
What?
If I buy an Audi with like a regular engine and I get rear-ended, they can just fix it and I'm back on the road. And Audi doesn't make any money. The mechanic, the body shop, they make money.
That's right.
Right? Well, if it's an electric vehicle, even a rear ending, that you can't fix that.
Yes. No, it's trash.
It's
it's
totaled.
Yes. It's
gotta get a new Audi.
That's right.
Now Audi makes money.
They're all going to this 2035, I think, or maybe 2030. It might even be. They're going to stop selling gas cars in California.
That's never going to happen.
They passed the law. I guess how low must California sink for them to reverse course and start voting in different politicians to, bring business back?
I don't know.
Probably not going to happen.
Fucking McDonald's, they just told everybody to stay home.
Yes.
They haven't even, dude, that is an insane story. I don't know if everybody heard about it.
I was going to cut it, but then it didn't get talked about enough, and I got distracted. I'm not going to lie.
Well, in Chicago, it's big because their headquarters is here.
That's right, man.
It's like 2,000 employees. For those that don't know, who haven't been there, if you're downtown, you go to that McDonald's, like the McDonald's drive-thru at the headquarters.
Yeah, man.
It's the best McDonald's you ever had.
Right on.
The fries taste like they used to. You know what I mean?
For sure, yeah. You got the bigwigs breathing down your neck right upstairs, so you got to put out the best stuff.
Oh, yeah. Get that sausage McGriddle.
That's right.
To make it just right. But, dude, they just told everybody to stay home. We don't know how many we're going to fire, but you're going to get an email.
Yeah, I saw that news the other day, and it kind of freaked me out only because we were speculating that there was going to be some major financial turmoil this week. People in the dark web were predicting some bank crashings and what have you. So it seemed a little ominous that McDonald's sent out the memo for it was just corporate. All corporate people, stay home, and most of you will not have a job.
Dude, could you imagine? Just stay home. We'll let you know if you're fired.
Yeah,
that is
man.
Insane. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. Well, look, even McDonald's cutting people. This is a bad economy. I think the major corporations, the reason you're seeing 10,000 people layoffs here and there from everyone is because they were overly inflated or they're gearing up for a disastrous year financially.
Or they're just moving. I don't know. I try to tell everybody, dude, our dad never worked a single day from home, and they sent his job to India.
That's right.
So,
yes.
The minute they figured out they could do it over the internet, they sent his job to India. Like, all you people that are working from home still, you're just proving that anybody could do your job from anywhere in the world.
I think if it comes to computer-based work, you've outsourced yourself via the pandemic.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I just think we were sold a bill of goods that wasn't real when it comes to like computer science degrees and
yes.
Dude, people, their jaw fucking drops to the ground when I tell these guys that a journeyman in Chicago, journeyman plumber, makes $54 an hour.
That's fantastic.
These guys didn't go to college. Some of them can barely read.
That's right.
They're making they're bringing home six-figure minimum.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Like that is, and these people who have college degrees and they're computer science, and the only thing that made them feel good about themselves is they thought they were making more money than the idiot who couldn't read.
I think that's what it was. Look, I dabbled into a little computer science action. I did go back to school a few years ago to take some courses and stuff, and then actually school canceled because of the pandemic, which is pretty wild. And then I rerouted my life choices and started kind of looking at what is, what can I get into that's more tangible, something more, physical. And that's how I got into the delivery servicing, if you will. But, what kind of struck me when I was going through the programs was we're 5 seconds from AI doing this. Why are we even teaching people this stuff? I mean, the basic coding shit, you got the computers doing that already. What are the people there for? It seemed already, even a few years ago when I was like checking out the scene, that this isn't a real job in the future. This will be automated. The computers will do this. Dude,
I have been waiting and waiting and waiting. I cannot wait for the day when there's no more coders and we still have men driving the trucks.
Yes.
Because the whole learn to code, all you fucking snobby f***its who are out there like saying, well, it's okay if we get rid of truck drivers. You still don't have the automated trucks, right?
That's right.
Got AI.
Yeah.
We're getting there with the AI.
Dude, we don't even have fully automated McDonald's yet. And that's something I think you could definitely automate.
Oh, no, dude. So you got to go to this Wendy's on 87th Street. It is. They couldn't have made it more simple, more automated. They couldn't have made it any better. Never works. No, but just people freak out.
You mean like the touch screen doesn't work, or just people can't handle
No.
process?
Everything works flawlessly. The machines, the screens, everything's mechanically, everything is perfect. It's the engineers just cannot engineer enough for the stupidity of people.
Human error, dude. It's always human error. You can't prevent it. It's the truth, dude.
You're literally waiting in line for this touchscreen, and she's like, I need help. Where's the I'm looking for the Asiago chicken sandwich. Ma'am, that would be in the chicken sandwich category.
Yeah, so the problem is you need humans who can read. That's the thing there.
So now you have 3 kiosks that are supposed to be touchscreen, and now you have to have 3 Wendy's employees next to them explaining it to the idiots. So we didn't save any time, we didn't save any money. Now we just got idiots trying to learn how to use a touchscreen.
Oh, it's the customers who are hanging it up. Okay, I got you now. So,
oh no, the employees are fine. No, it's the customers. It's stupid people.
Just
the stupidest.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, I just the whole mentality of, you lost your blue collar job, well, learn to code. That died real fast here, and that was the kind of motto coming out of, I felt, the Biden administration early on.
Yeah,
they were kind of throwing that out there when they were tossing out the vaccine mandates and people were losing their jobs. Well, why don't you learn how to code? You can work from home.
Oh, yeah. The arrogance at you guys just forcing people to get a jab or get fired.
I foresee more firings in these tech sectors. I knew a lot of people in these places. They were making such an absurd amount of money, and they were people who would hang out at the local bar at noon.
Yeah, it was stupid.
You shouldn't be able to hang out at the bar at noon and still be there by happy hour and be getting paid 6 figures. That should not work in any country.
No, it was a joke, dude. You look at a lot of these companies, they're never even profitable. They have burn rates of, $1 million a month, and they're not making any money. It's crazy.
It is crazy. So I have this feeling that the economy is worse off. We were discussing it earlier or the other day, how, we may even be in a depression in certain states, not even realize it yet. Definitely full-blown recession, but they refuse to admit it. At this point,
I don't know how they're doing it, but it kind of seems like they're just easing us into it.
Into the depression?
Yeah, gas is now back to $5. McDonald's and everybody's firing everybody.
I saw today for the first time since the pandemic, and then 2020, and then it was a long time before that. We had what is it? There are less job openings. We don't have enough job openings anymore. Wow. So at the prime of the pandemic, you had job openings 2 to 1. Job openings to people looking for jobs. Now it's kind of shrinking down to 1 to 1.
Yeah, well, everybody saw this coming.
That's right. So sticking with the economy, you did kind of nail it ahead of time. The gas, man, seemingly overnight, right? Kind of skyrocketed. Did you notice? Yeah. I don't know how it's going in Chicago, but here it's been shitty for a while, so we can kind of roll.
I gotta tell you something. Truth is, I don't pay for gas anymore, so I didn't notice. But everybody's been bitching.
Right on, lucky guy over there. Yeah. For those of us paying for gas, especially here in Colorado, we never really got a break like the rest of the country. Kind of seemed like we've just been hanging in that upper 3s to mid 4s zone.
Oh, dude, I was losing my mind when I was telling people, they're like, well, gas did go down. It's $4.
Yeah.
It's $4. That's not good. It's better than $6. But we used to be at 2.
We used to be at $2. It never went down. It never got there.
No, it went down from the peak of 6 down to 4. But we used to be at 2.
We were in the 3 range for a while, and I get my gas at the King Supers because we get the discount with the grocery bill. It's the only way I can take getting screwed by Joe Biden to pay off getting screwed by Joe Biden. And so when you do it, you get to knock off like 10 or 20 cents from your thing. And there was like 2 weeks there where I was paying $2.89 for gas because I was getting like the 40-cent discount because it cost me $500 to buy groceries.
I was gonna say, so you buy $12 eggs, they give you 80 cents.
Exactly. And so I was like, wow, This is cheap shit. This is great. Not even really realizing at the time, like, gas for 4 years was $2 less than this.
Yeah, dude.
It's just the time warp fucks with you where you don't even realize, like, 4 years ago, life was pretty fucking good.
It was the reason they purposely jacked it up to 6 just to bring it back down to 4.
That is a great call. You're saying that they always knew it would be in the 4 or 5 range seemingly forever, but first let's just make it really bad to make it feel better.
Bring it back down, then they'll be happy they're not paying 6 at least.
Yes, thank you, sir. May I have another?
We'll make a quick little fortune during that 6. And then now they're gonna, dude, I can't even imagine how high it's gonna go now.
Well, I keep circling around to distraction, Trump circus. Why is this going on? We just covered the fact that Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, explaining to his investors, hey, look, the pain shall continue. Things will not get better, and we're barely staying afloat, and in fact, we could still have a major banking crisis, right? When he said that today, stocks plummeted. Of course.
Yeah.
But I kept thinking in the back of my head, wow, nobody's talking about basically this dire warning from JP Morgan Chase, saying, hey, we're not good. It's definitely not good. And then at the same time, yesterday, they just kind of snuck this little sucker out there.
In a surprise move, Saudi Arabia and other oil-producing countries announced yesterday that they will cut their output by more than a million barrels.
Stop right
a day.
there.
That's
Stop right there. I've heard this a million times. It is not Saudi Arabia and other countries. It's OPEC. It is all of OPEC has come together against America.
Yeah, it is all of OPEC. Absolutely.
Actually, it's OPEC Plus because it includes Russia. They have all come together against America.
Yes.
Now you can play that clip.
The move is likely to boost gas prices just ahead of the summer driving season. Higher prices would also benefit Russia, which uses its own oil revenue to help pay for the war in Ukraine. The Saudi oil ministry said the cuts are designed to stabilize the oil market and insisted they are not politically motivated.
Neither was Trump's arrest. This guy knows how to play the American game.
Yeah, man. OPEC, Saudi Arabia, Russia, they're all jacking up the prices and screwing America. I had a feeling there was something fishy with Xi and Putin doing their little love fest meeting, and Xi right before that. I think he went to Saudi Arabia, actually, or he had his...
You mean all the world powers minus America getting together and making deals was bad for America?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to tell me, Frank?
Yeah, man. It kind of feels like it was. I'm thinking we made a lot of enemies out there. And I'm also thinking Biden, not a popular guy. Not a lot of friends on the international stage.
Does it make you feel any better to know that he has the gayest administration? Not my words. His words.
Well, they are the gayest administration. There's no doubt about it. It does make me feel a little bit better. What got lost in the media frenzy over this weekend is that Saturday, I think, maybe Friday, it was the trans day of something. Not
Vengeance?
No, Vengeance. They scrapped the Vengeance, and they went for,
Vendetta.
I don't think they scrapped Vendetta also.
How many X's were there? It was like Vengeance, scratch it off, Vendetta, scratch it off.
Destruction? No, we can't do Destruction. How about terrorism? No, that doesn't sound too.
What's a synonym for terrorist destruction? We'll go mostly peaceful.
No, they had like a trans day of transparency or trans day of awareness. Like I said, every day is some day for people nowadays. But they had this whole day, and the Biden administration really big on celebrating it. Really, focused on letting people know that they're there for the trans community. There was this video of our Secretary of Health, your favorite, Rachel Levine.
Dude, hold on, man. Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, he just did a video promoting the trans movement and how he basically, and I'm not sure if he used the exact word, but he essentially said, the Biden administration, gayest administration, most trans inclusive administration in the history of America. So we got that going for us.
Women, real women, had to work so hard to get into the military. They had to actually fight to be included. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And then they got in, then they were able to fight and get their own uniforms. So now you have the male uniform and you have the female uniform. The fact that is wearing the goddamn female uniform is an insult to every military sister out there that fought.
Wow.
And the worst is like it is so insulting to call that man an admiral. And do you see the uniform he's wearing?
Yes.
Is an admiral's uniform, and he has 4 fucking ribbons that they just gave him so that he could put something on the uniform.
That's right.
An admiral should have a fucking rack of ribbons. He should have to adjust his ribbons to accommodate the fold of the collar. That's how high they go.
Wow.
Not 3 little ribbons that they gave you because you're a tranny and you're a dude in a fucking woman's uniform, and you're an admiral.
That's right.
Everybody's got to salute you. Go fuck yourself, dude. Go fucking go. I would say go fuck yourself, but I'm sure you chopped that part off, so you can't anymore.
That's right. Well, they got toys for that,
No, dude, that is just, it's so insulting to see him in that uniform.
It's pretty bizarre.
The rank they gave him.
He's got the lipstick, the earrings. It's clearly a 6'5" dude also at the same time.
You're making a mockery out of my military. You're making a mockery out of women.
Yes.
It's and I'm supposed to sit here and fucking applaud you and celebrate you and say you're heroic? You're the hero in the military? I don't think so. There's a lot of heroes in the military. You're not one of them.
It's weird times with the tranny movement. I'm telling you, man. I was reading earlier today on how there's a lot of talk like banning trans men on the international competing stage for international sports and what have you. Did you? I don't know if you followed the March Madness this year at all. Probably not. I can only assume to. But apparently everyone was really excited about the women's championship, which happened on Sunday, I think. And then nobody talked about the men's that happened yesterday, which is kind of weird. And then Jill Biden, who was visiting Denver this week, on a week that Jared Polis decided to go to Japan, which is pretty funny. She was here doing a speech, and she was talking about the women's team winning. And when you win in a championship here in America, you get invited to go to the White House, right? That's like a thing. All these teams do it, right? Well, Jill Biden, because she's all about inclusivity and being fair, said, oh, we're proud of all the women that competed. We're not just going to invite the winners of the championship. We're also going to invite the losers. And then the team on the winners got pissed off. Like, what the fuck, dude? They're the fucking losers. We're the winners. Yeah. We're the ones supposed to be invited.
Yeah, what do you mean?
It's incredible. Like, here we are. We got this women's team. They're champions.
And people are finally excited about it.
And Joe Biden, how did you fuck this up? You tacoed this one. What is wrong with you? Like,
you tacoed it. Good call.
Call back. That's right.
Good call.
Dude. But it's just this inclusivity, this
Somebody
fairness.
even say you fish tacoed them. Terrible.
I like it. I could smell it from here. But the trannies competing against the men, women's sports, inclusivity, fairness. This administration tries so hard to play all sides that they just fuck themselves. Like, dude, just invite the winners, you idiots.
It's bad. It's bad for society. It's bad for our country.
But her whole
it's
point,
bad for everybody.
Her whole point is to celebrate women, competing and all this stuff. I was like, no, asshole. Celebrate the winners. You can tell the losers to stay home. They can come to the White House next year when they win. That's not how this shit works, man. We have fucked up society so hard. We got to include everybody.
Unless you bring the losers to the White House just so they can do the walk of shame out while the winners sing that song,
Oh.
Nah, hey.
Goodbye. Yeah. Nah, hey.
Goodbye. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know.
That'd be a cool scene. Yeah, you don't do it for the men. Why would you do it for the women? That is what equality is.
But even still, man, you got these chicks. You got women competing against women. Celebrate the winning women. Why do you have to include? You gotta be so inclusive, so fair. So it's just so pathetic. Anyways, they had to fucking walk back her statement today. That's how explosive it was.
Of course.
And then they had the White House had to walk it back and say, no, we're not going to invite both teams at the same time. We're going to bring on the winners, do a big thing, and then another day we'll bring on the losers because they should. Yeah, well, okay, good. Everyone's happy now. We're going to bring the
losers, and then we're going to introduce them to our losers. We're going to have Sam Freed there, or no, who's that? Brinkman?
Sam.
Who's that with the lipstick and stole all the dresses?
Yeah, that's Brenton.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're gonna have you losers meet our losers. Country of losers.
Oh man, I was floored by that one. Just the idea, the inclusivity stuff has just been really boggling my mind lately. And
I gotta tell you, who should really be mad at the tranny movement? Is all you left-wing ugly women.
Oh wow.
There's that ugly chick on CNN. I really thought that was a man for a while.
Oh, S.E. Cup?
No. I don't know. She's rough looking.
There's a few.
And I just accepted that it was a tranny.
Oh, man. So during this weekend's tranny day of remembrance or whatever it was, there was a clip. I thought I maybe sent it to you, maybe not. I probably sent it to Emma only because of the absurdity of it. But there was a man, he had a sign and he was anti-indoctrination of this movement into the children. And these two tranny gentlemen dressed in their woman attire kind of get near this guy, and the dude's being interviewed, about his opinion, about the trans movement, all this stuff. And all of a sudden, these two dudes dressed like women with the deepest voices I've ever heard in my entire life. You know what I'm saying? There's no attempt to hide the voice, right? There's no soft-spokenness. No, these dudes, they get up in this guy's face as he's being interviewed for being an anti-trans movement guy or whatever, a right-wing guy, and they just start screaming, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, over and over again, and they get closer and closer to the guy to where the video is incredible. These two trainees are like 5 inches from this guy's face, and he's not budging, and he's being calm, and he's just continuing to speak his mind into this microphone. This one blonde trainee can't handle it because he's not reacting to the fuck yous being screamed in his face, punches the guy in the face.
Very ladylike.
Very ladylike. And I'm talking like a 6'4" dude punching another dude in the face. It didn't look like...
A 6'4" lady?
No, dude. When you attack another man in that way, you're a man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you...
This was a 6'4", 250 lady. Also linebacker for a D1 college.
The voice is unbelievable, man. It's almost like he had a voice changer making it lower. It was crazy sounding. It didn't sound right. You
can just picture the two dudes dressed as women, like stomping over like men, broad shoulders swaying, fist ready to go,
And then he throws down fisticuffs like a fucking man would. Like dude,
a man would. No, women just don't react like that.
Well, that's when I kind of came to a realization. I think I figured out a litmus test to prove you've transitioned fully. How do you fight when the moment arises?
Good call.
If you're in a heated moment and you go for the slap, you're either Will Smith or you might be a fully transitioned woman, right?
If you go Willie style, you might be a tranny.
That's right. If you drop the big Willie style on me, I might consider your transition. But if you go for the full reach back, I'm gonna fucking deck you in the face punch, you're a man. You know how to throw a man's punch, and you're throwing a man's punch. You are a fucking man.
It's almost like you grew up as a man.
Yeah,
so that's how you learn to react to these situations.
That's honestly, the video is so fucked up because, again, this seems to be the common thread where the conservative is speaking their mind and using their space as an American to do so, and then these left-wing nutjobs get up into their face and just resort to violence because they don't have an argument. And when screaming "fuck you" in someone's face doesn't faze them, well, okay, now I'm going to throw the punch.
Yeah.
Well, you're
very
a dude.
ladylike.
You're a fucking dude, man. it's the bottom line.
It blows my mind because I'm a man, but I'm a little man. So like I'm only 5'7". So even as a 5'7" man, I don't react that way.
No, same.
Because I'm not big enough to have. Like you grew up and you've lived as a big man, so that's your go-to move because it always works. You're big.
Yes, great call.
Right?
Yes.
Like even as a 5'7" man, I can't react that way because I'm not a giant man.
That's right.
I could do that to a woman, but you're not a woman. You know what I mean?
That's right, man. Yeah. It's like...
I don't know, man. In the Army, you did combatives, and like you had to wrestle the men, you had to wrestle the women, and we had big girls. I'm not talking fat. I mean, dude, shit, this one girl, she was like 6'2". She was strong.
Big mama.
In the gym, she would get close to the weights us little guys were doing,
That's
Never
right.
really got there, though, and when you wrestle her compared to a guy that's 6 foot, it was completely different.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
One you were kind of playing around. The other one, it was like, I have no chance. I'm a rag doll. I hope this guy doesn't kill me.
Check out some of the footage from the weekend. The trans movement this weekend, as you alluded to earlier in the show today, took a nosedive. And then when they tried to revive it, it made it worse. I really do believe. A lot of the footage I saw from what was going on, there were some violent actions going on in, I think, Portland, Seattle, and those regions of the country. Zero play on the media. You'd be hard-pressed to find some solid video footage of it, but it's out there, and there were people reporting on it, boots on the ground, if you will. But this tranny movement, man, they wanted their weekend of vengeance, and then they went for it, and the media just buried it.
Yeah, those kids got killed.
But the protesting and the marching, it got no fanfare, no play. No,
that's over.
That means it's over.
You killed it with the drag shows and
Well, shooting up the Christian school, I think, was the end of it, but...
Not a good look.
All I could think about this weekend was, let's go back, let's rewind a year ago, 2 years ago. Man, Trainee Day of Remembrance or whatever, it would have been on every channel. You would have been suffocating in all the information about it.
Yeah.
Just like we do with Pride Month in June, just like we did in February with Black History Month. But all of a sudden, man, the shooting goes down, and their Day of Vengeance is canceled, and they go out there and do their protests and everything, and you have to kind of dig around and find these videos where these people got violent, man. They're fucking angry. And it's a problem. I think it's an actual problem in our society right now.
I'd be angry too if I was born in the wrong body, Frank. That's why these people need a psychiatrist.
Ah, good call, dude.
You know? They need help. They need doctors, not plastic surgeons.
That's a good call. I mean, I get angry when I put my underwear on backwards. You got to take it off, right? Put it back on.
Inside out.
Inside out is the word. That's right, dude.
You know?
Either way, when it comes to the training movement and all the other nonsense consuming our youth, I got some stuff about the military, which we'll hit in the next episode, Mike, because believe it or not, we are at that point. It's the
for those listening, it's Frederica Whitfield. That's the tranny on CNN.
Oh!
You gotta see her, dude. Bro, she does these, like she'll do, and we're gonna go to my pre-recorded segment. Bitch, how edited is this segment? You look like a fucking 19-year-old model in this. You come back, you look like my cousin Carmen. I got like 5 cousin Carmens, that's why that works.
Yeah, it always works well. Covers a lot of ground.
I meant to say Uncle Carmen.
Oh, okay. That shrinks it down
Either
a little.
one. Either one.
Just a little.
You know what I'm saying, dude?